Oh, I'm pretty sure if I'm correct, the visit umt.edu/game room should not have a hyphen there. I believe that is what Cascast is talking about as the poster being wrong. Uh, so it should just be game room, I believe. But that I'm very excited for round 2 against Boise. Last year, we didn't have the sweetest time against Boise State. Unfortunately, we lost to them in a matchup. However, I believe with a new team and a new ready to rumble spirit of the Griz, we can pull on through and beat Boise down like that with a snap of our fingers. And a lot of back and forth going there between us and Boise, as we've had in the past. I feel very strongly against Boise compared to the Montana State. I don't know what it is, but Boise always just grinds my gears. It's a best of 5 match, as most Rocket League matches are. We have Boise State on the left side here and Griz Maroon on the right, aka the blue left and orange right. And we're going to be going in strong. I know it's set up kind of weird on the screen. It looks orange on the left and whatnot, but it'll switch around where we actually have the setup going in strong. Boise is a very interesting name to say, Wildfire. You're not wrong there. I remember a friend of mine, she went to Boise State for 1 year, and then she transferred out. Or was it 2 years? No, I believe it was 2 years, and then she transferred over to Cal Poly down in California. Shout out to my friend over there, back at home. Hope she's doing great. Hope you guys are all doing great. That's the real thing. All right, here we see we are getting on into the game. Both sides have joined. It is 5 minutes on the clock. Going in strong. Vaca Flocka is popping down to the ball. Pass over to Circuit here on the blue side, knocking it over heads. Gets demoed by Thunderama. And Caden with a heart is bringing it down over here with some nice defense. Cogtray throwing it over into the corner here, getting a nice little reset with a pass of it. Caden knocks it back on out over to the side here, throwing it down, popping it over. Vaca Flocka heads, knocking it back out of the corner, and Thunderama going for a nice catch. Ooh, good colors on that car. I'm liking it. Kind of confusing though. Vaca Flocka throwing it on down over to the corner. Circuit blocking it, heads, knocking it over him, bringing it into the corner here, ricocheting it on and out. Nice reset off from Cogtray, throwing it onto the wall here. Vaca Flocka bouncing off the wall, getting a nice reset onto the ceiling here, bouncing off the backboard for a nice little setup for heads here to knock it on over in, and there's the Cogtray almost making it in the goal, and heads with a shot. Nice save from Caden. Right there, Circuit is going to throw it on up here, and Cogtray is going to bounce it out of the corner for a reset as Thunderama goes and tries to catch up to the ball. Caden's bringing it down and around as he goes into the goal here, getting ready, and Vaca Flocka with the save. Thunderama going, shooting it out, and heads bringing it out to the blue side, making sure that that was clean out of there. Caden with a nice ricochet out of the goal there, bringing it back as Vaca Flocka. Circuit knocking it out over here, over Thunderama, and Circuit bouncing it over to Cogtray, who catches it, passes it over to heads, and brings it to blue side. Thunderama, however, was backing it out of the blue and bringing it to the corner here, where Cogtray and Vaca Flocka are going to toss it over to blue side. Knock from Circuit, no, from Caden right there on Vaca Flocka here. Bounce off of heads right there. Thunderama was there for the nice goal save. A little goalie play there. Caden's going to bounce it out of the corner here. The Cogtray and Circuit, where they go back and forth with a misplay and a Circuit bounce. Circuit's going to go and get ready to bring it over to Cogtray, who's in the corner with Thunderama and Vaca Flocka. Vaca Flocka goes and passes it over. There's the Circuit right there in the play. Vaca Flocka with the reverse bump of the ball right there in the back of the car, and Cogtray knocking it out of Circuit's head. There's heads throwing it over there into the goal. Cogtray bouncing out. The people, look at this right here. Look at this. Cogtre knocks the ball over, and Heads jumps it on in, and Cogtre went and knocked with a bump Thunderama out of the way for a nice first goal of the match and the session with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Heads passes the ball. Thunderama just knocks it over with a miss from Heads, and Vaca Flocka was able to save the ball just barely as Cogtre goes and brings it over into the corner. Circuit's there to bounce the ball along the wall here, throwing it over Vaca Flocka into the corner, trying to get a nice center reset for the team as they catch up to him. Heads bringing it out of the corner, however, with Caden following the ball directly. Heads is going to go and let the ball go to Cogtre, where Circuit and him go and test the ball's waters and knock it out of there. Vaca Flocka with a nice little bring over to the orange side here. Caden with a nice save, getting the ball out of the goal. Here we see Vaca Flocka and Cogtre going and tapping the ball back and forth. Here we see Heads throwing it on up and getting it over to blue side. Caden knocking it up into the air and almost making a goal right there off the ceiling. And Vaca Flocka with a nice save right there as well, as Thunderama brings it from the ceiling, dropping on down. We see a triple commit right there of the defensive play of Cogtre and Heads, with Vaca Flocka sitting in the goal. Here we see Circuit almost making another goal, but Heads was able to pop it on down. We did see a demo on Caden, however, so that was pretty nice. Vaca Flocka throwing it over to Cogtre from the corner. Cogtre bringing it over to blue side where Caden and Circuit are waiting. Cogtre is going to bounce it on over to the center here, where he gets a nice reset over here in the corner off the ceiling, and there's Heads with, oh my goodness, almost a shot on the play. Vaca Flocka throwing it from the corner here. A demo on Thunderama from Heads. Cogtre going and throwing the ball on over here. Here we see Caden with 1 minute remaining, getting the ball over to orange side. Cogtre in the corner getting a nice reset pop over Circuit, and Vaca Flocka throwing it on over into Thunderama, who blocks his ball. Thunderama's going to go and throw it over to Heads here. Heads goes and gets a nice little counteractive of Circuit as they're in the center lane here. Circuit's going to knock on over here. Vaca Flocka with Thunderama both missing the ball, actually. Circuit's going to knock it over and get a bump with Heads onto Caden. Thunderama gets the ball out of there, however, Vaca Flocka throwing it back into the corner, getting a nice little ricochet, and Caden throwing it back over to orange side. Thunderama is here in the corner with Caden and Cogtre as Heads goes against him, and Circuit is throwing it back over here with Heads to the blue side, and Caden knocks it out of his head. Cogtre with the 10 seconds left on the clock gets it into the corner and knocks it out. Thunderama's bringing it over to orange side. We see 5 seconds left on the clock. Circuit is going and throwing it over to the orange side. Thunderama goes and makes a shot and gets it on in with 1 second left on the clock. Oh my goodness, what can we do here? It's going to go into overtime after 1 second. What a nice tap shot from Thunderama there. Oh my goodness. All right, here we see it's going to start off. There go. Tap the ball, goes and hits the 0 second mark. A pass over there. Vaca Flocka's got to make the save, and overtime was struck as it hit the ground before it went into the goal. Here we see Heads and Thunderama starting off overtime strong as Cogtre brings the ball over into the blue side. Circuit bounces it into the wall in the corner to get a reset over to Vaca Flocka. Passes it over to Caden right there. Gets a knock. Bringing it over to orange side. Thunderama's going in strong. Here we see Cogtre with Caden bouncing it back and forth here. Caden's bringing it into the orange circle on the corner, and a demo onto Circuit and a demo onto Heads. Is going back and forth on the teams here. Circuit's going to go along with Caden over there on the orange side. Oh my goodness, almost making a shot. Circuit jumped over the ball, but Cogtre was there to resist it. Heads throwing it over, and Thunderama just barely making it in time for a save. Cogtre throwing it up. Caden's right there, getting ready to go. Heads is knocking it over the court, almost getting that goal in. There's still the finish, backing up his own shot across court. Look at this throw, and goes, sets up off the backboard. A miss of Circuit right there, and Heads just drills it right on in from the center lane for a nice first point for the Maroon team.